Welcome back to In the last part, after Basil discovered a photo, and then suddenly Omori was warped to back to the void, stabbed himself, and then suddenly we were a different kid named Sunny who witnessed horrors, ate bad sleep, and he witnessed horrors, ate bad steak, and threw up, witnessed more horrors, and then went to bed.
Hell yeah. Dude,
and now we're back to Omori, who is recovered from his stab.
Yeah, me and my homies love witnessing.
Oh yeah, Hangman!
Beyond our comprehension.
Hangman!
Good pastime.
Oh, dude, I love Hangman.
Okay, so in this game, there are MacGuffins hidden throughout the world that are the keys to the keyboard. All right. And this basically acts as a hangman game. You pick up a key, and it will either tell you if it's right or wrong. I'd like to note that it is impossible to lose this game. And actually, to get all of, because, the way it works is that, for one thing, all of the wrong keys are, it's proportionate to the number of wrong tries you can get. It's equal.
Yeah.
Though it is worth noting that if you're playing the Steam version, it will deliberately crash your game if you get all of the wrong keys before you boot it back up and you're in the exact same spot you left off.
Yeah.
Also, in order to get all of the wrong keys, you have to deliberately put yourself on the track to the bad ending.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you get yourself out of it eventually?
No.
No.
And also, it's very, very unlikely that you won't get all of the right keys as well, because, most of them are on the main path.
Okay, well, that's good. Omori, thank goodness you're here.
Have you seen Basil? We can't find him anywhere. We should go tell Mari you're okay. She's been worried sick. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you why, but the fact that it's Hangman specifically is symbolic.
I mean, feels obvious.
More like Clang, man.
You got it, Gabe. You're actually really right. You're super correct.
Bloody footsteps.
Rah.
Oh, hey, there's the first key.
No, they're just orang.
Orang?
They're just orang.
Oh, that type of keyboard. I was thinking a piano.
What? Did you think we were talking about fucking Dvorak keyboards? Bro?
11 keys left.
Yeah, I was thinking piano keys.
I'm banning.
Yeah, what's up? What? You don't like the Dvorak keys, man?
I tried it.
Did
Here we are back at Playground.
I tried it for a while, I think. I mean, not a long time.
Omori,
just
you're
take
okay.
a lot of muscle memory retraining.
Hug.
Oh, good. Command grab.
Don't worry me like that. Command grab. Imagine saying command grab every time you go in for a hug and then you just suplex them.
I don't know, that actually be... Well, minus the suplexing, I think that'd be kind of charming.
And the next thing I know, I'm waking up in Neighbor's room with Aubrey and Kel.
Neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
At least we found you, Omori. But I hope that Basil is okay. Who's going to protect him if we're not there?
Don't be such a downer, Aubrey. We'll find Basil for sure.
Basil.
You're absolutely right, Kel. It's at times like these that we gotta stay positive.
Kel is short for Kelso.
Kelso? Why don't we go back to Basil's house? There might be something that we missed. That's the spirit, hero. And as always, I'll be here if you need me.
I'll be hero
Kel
if
is
you
short
need me.
for Kelvin.
As a reminder, Mari's picnic blankets are your healing stations and save points.
Yes.
What does that say?
She can teleport really well.
Also, if you talk to Mari, she will give you hints on any side quests that you might be in the middle of. As well as main quests. Where could Basil be? I thought it was with you, Omori. You last spotted him in his house, right? Maybe she'd trace your steps. Aw, Daisy's trying to get her crush to notice her with a flower puzzle. How cute. I think I saw Michael throw one away a while back. Maybe you can find it somewhere. Yeah, when you press A again, this always throws me off. When you press A again, it just repeats the statement.
Yeah.
instead of going away like you would think it would.
Right. Somebody's looking really
Think it
disheveled
would.
in the bottom corner.
What, that guy?
Big Nick.
Yeah.
The guy by the puzzle?
The one looking disheveled. Disheveled.
Is it disheveled or disheveled?
I actually don't know.
Dude, whoa, to
Well,
the
we
moon.
pronounce it disheveled, so I'm assuming.
That's how I pronounce it, but
Most of these kids say the same thing.
be
they said
wrong. I
before,
usually just-
So.
like those type of words I feel I usually read but don't say. You know, unless I'm trying to make a point. Floating mirror.
Oh, hey, a mirror.
Yo, be,
Mr.
be,
Bangs over there in the
Carrie,
bottom right
try to
corner.
make
Hey,
a
Carrie.
point.
Carrie, I don't know if you
Huh?
forgot,
Yeah,
but
Carrie.
Bangs is what that guy's name is.
Yeah.
I think fun takes too much
His name is
effort.
very suitable.
Hop! And a hop! And ya hop! And ya hop! Ah!
If you were named after
Yeah,
a
jump
facial
scare.
feature that you have, what would it be?
Gabe.
A floating mirror.
What?
Your friends smile warmly behind you.
Yeah, Whitney, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
I probably
No,
would be
I
called
would be
eyes
named
because
Gabe.
I've been told I have really big eyes.
Because I'm gonna
Oh,
graft Gabe's
copy
face
that.
onto me.
Face transplant.
Interesting. I would not recommend that. I would, if anything, I would probably actually advise against it. Probably.
Whoa, that's pretty
Mm.
great.
No reward. Sorry.
Sorry.
Said tough titties, bitch.
Oh.
Okay, remember you play this guy?
Sing again. Wasn't me to do my brothers. Now leave me alone to repent.
It sounds like you're doing like Gino, but like with double the warbling.
Yeah, double the warbling and extra space in my cheeks. So I can pronounce the
Yeah, it
words.
feels a lot-
Oh,
Looser, a lot
so
more
this is
wibbly.
what Gino sounded like as a little boy, of course.
Yeah, of course.
He had
If
a
anything,
really
his voice
deep
got higher pitched. since he became
post-pubescent
old.
voice when he was 2. Flowers, they're already dying.
We should do our best to take care of them until Basil gets back.
Make sure you pick up that watering can and water those flowers.
Okay, but
They have come back to life.
actually, water the plants as often as you can because it is something that you might miss, and it's crucial to. I wouldn't say it's crucial to getting the good ending, but it is crucial to getting the post-credit scene. Once you've already put
Oh,
yourself on track to the
yeah.
good ending.
The good ending. Isn't there like 10 endings in this game?
Okay.
That's probably an
So to be more
exaggeration. I think there's
specific,
a lot though.
there is one good ending and 3 bad endings and multiple ways to get 2 of those bad endings.
Okay. Are you gonna show off all endings this run, or are you just gonna do the good?
Oh, no. For one thing, okay, I get why they did this because, like, it kind of, like, set up in a route format and they wanted you to be able to get something out of the bad ending route, but, like, there is so much content that is exclusive to the bad ending.
Real.
That is, like, it's like... I get it. It's so that there's, like, a difference between, like, the 2 routes. Like, because, like, you're gonna be missing a lot if you deliberately put yourself on the path to the bad ending. But it's, like... I just, like, so much of that stuff is... It's like a whole-ass post-game that you have to deliberately ruin everything to get.
Yeah, fair,
that's kind of
fair.
weird.
Still think it's worth it to, you know, to shoot.
But, okay, on the other hand...
Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye.
It's a lot like... It's like... It is a step up from Undertale in that regard, where putting yourself on the genocide route, especially the no mercy route, gets boring very fast.
Yeah, it's a bit tedious, eh?
It is.
But also, I think I think it's a pretty, you know, because at the end when you know, Kara is talking to you about like being like, wow, you were literally just deliberately an asshole. Why were you such a bitch? I think the fact that, like, I mean, yes, it doesn't excuse the fact that the gameplay gets pretty boring when you have to, kill all the monsters in one area for
Right.
a long time, and it's boring. But the fact that you're deliberately doing it just reinforces Kara's point of being like, you are deliberately a terrible person because you want to be.
Yeah, the other thing I don't like about it is that if you deliberately put yourself on that route, if you do that, you are going to, if you put yourself on that route, and you complete it, you've actually, ruined the good ending for all subsequent playthroughs.
Yeah.
And the only way to fix it is to just completely wipe everything regarding Undertale from your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And download and install it again. Like nuke anything resembling save data.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, man.
Okay, long story
Which is why
short.
usually people save it with the last route.
Interesting. Yeah, long story short, Aubrey's upset that Basil's gone.
Yeah, which, I mean, to be fair, if one of your friends just fucking disappeared out of nowhere after you went to his house and looked at photos and then something weird happened, then, yeah, I'd be pretty concerned too.
Reasonable response.
Be a little scared, probably.
I don't know, maybe he just got tired of living in a shoe.
I wouldn't mind living in a shoe.
It's like that song, Living in the Box, from that band. Living in the Box, from the album, Living in the Box.
Man in the Box 2 was never brought to theaters. The only remaining footage is stuff from the behind-the-scenes features. Alright, so,
the Beans features.
now, we have to look around the forest for Basil, since we can't find him. Alright, I think it's a good time to, tell Gabe, to tell us about, what they call you.
Yes, of course, okay. Alright, so...
First of all, what do they call you?
You know what, Carrie?
Is that gonna be the punchline?
Very smart, because I was just about to talk about it completely.
That would be so funny to do the whole fucking...
Unless you want it to be the punchline.
So they call me the 90mm gun motor carriage M36. Now, a bit of a mouthful to name. You just shorten it to M36 if you want.
90mm is a lot.
My friends call me.
Yeah, that's what my friends call me. So, me and one of my coworkers were talking about that we should jokingly have a bear cat for where I work.
Oh, hang on a second. There's dialogue that's coming up.
Lore.
Vast forest. I love the pinwheels.
Look at that.
Those are so cute.
Look
the
at that
giant
banana.
watermelon. Look at that.
It's called the Vast Forest, but it's also known as the Pinwheel Forest.
Is that how they generate their electricity?
Yes, they're the Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why their house, Basil's house is a shoe. It's because they're Dutch.
They have a tropical bird that
Every
for
single
some
Dutch
reason...
person lives in a farm.
Basil!
Basil, where are you?
I know! I bet my pet rock will know what to do!
Why is there a tropical bird in a
Hector!
non-tropical
Be
forest?
a good boy! Go find Basil!
It's so cute! Hector!
That's a pretty solid projectile.
That was a pretty good throw.
Yeah.
For his neutral special, he throws his rock.
Mac, there's no time to fool around, Kel.
Hey, what you? Hector was just trying to help! Let it go, you two. We need to keep ourselves focused.
Yeah, here, Tom, lock in. Clamp. Mr.
What?
Parrot.
I'll be the parrot. Squawk, squawk!
Okay.
It's
Squawk!
basically
I
like...
already did that.
It acts as a sign.
But why is it a tropical bird in the non-tropical forest?
Technically, there is an answer to that one, but I can't.
Okay, good.
I can't tell you now.
Okay, good. It will make
Are
sense.
you still asking why there's a tropical bird in a non-tropical spot?
It didn't make any sense. I was sad.
Okay, like I'm gonna say it like this.
The
I'm
only
gonna
answer
say
is
it.
burp.
I'm going to say it like this. Okay, there are a lot of things that don't make sense, but them not making sense does make sense.
Real. Factual statement.
Like, there will be an explanation that makes sense, even if in this current world it would not make sense.
Things that don't
Probably
make
not
sense
directly.
will make sense.
Yeah.
Probably not things directly related. Like you won't see someone answer the question as to why there is a tropical bird and non-tropical
But like,
forest.
I guess
you'll get it.
Carrie, when you understand this game's deal, you'll understand a lot more about just like everything.
Yeah.
meh.
What are those things?
You'll be like, you'll think, and you'll be like, oh, Wogue, and then you'll remember that's why there's a tropical bird and non-tropical forest.
Woj.
It's pretty tall,
Web.
but it's not as tall as the one
Wow.
east of the stump. That one goes all the way up to space.
Spice
Whoa. Jacob's ladder. Sorry, I was thinking about the ladder going up to space. Maybe I shouldn't do any voices because it's not going to be likely that I'll catch probably 50% of them.
Carrie, it's okay. It's okay.
And it takes me out of the game a little bit.
It's okay, Carrie. You can do it. I believe in you.
I mean, I don't want
Carrie's
to, but I'll do it
close.
for you.
Carrie's
Do it
close
for
to
him,
before.
but it's
Do
all
it
just
for him.
pictures of Evan.
Yeah.
Show the name. The name. I was joking that we should get a bear cat for the urn
Apple
on
juice?
yeah, from watermelon. Don't you know that's where it comes from? Don't know.
Yeah.
I was joking, but then he's like, no, but like, see, that's like a bit excessive because a bear cat's basically a large armored vehicle used for riot suppression, primarily used by police.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, we should just have one. And he's like, that'd be a really bad idea. I'm like, no, trust me, it'd be good. We should have one. And he's like, well, you know, I don't know. I think we could spend our money on something like a bit more, you know, a bit more antique, you know, a bit nicer, you know, maybe something from like, you know, Afghanistan. You know, he's like, maybe we get ourselves an M2 Bradley. And I'm like, no, it has a large like 60mm gun on it. That's a bit much. And he's like, well, it's not the gun that's the thing. It's the fact that we have an armored vehicle. I'm like, well, at that point, why not just get like a self-propelled gun, like from World War II? And he's like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. And
Big
then we just
bone.
kind of quiet for a little bit.
Gabe, what do you think
And
of that big
and then I
bone?
was like, big.
Giant femur.
And shelter. What the dog doing?
I don't know where that comes from.
And so he said nourishment. And so we were just kind of quiet for a little bit, and I was like, Yag tiger. And he's like, no, they don't exist anymore. I'm like, oh. And he was just like, M36. And I was like, that's what they call me. And he's like, what? And I'm like, because I'm big and I have a big gun. And he's like, what are you fucking talking about? And so we eventually settled on that. Where I work, we shouldn't have a self-propelled gun. We shouldn't have an armored cars. We shouldn't even have any tanks or military vehicles of any kind.
I mean, yeah.
We
that
should
kinda-
have a bicycle. We should have a bike with armored plates and a super soaker filled with the same stuff that's inside of our pepper spray. And that will be our riot suppression vehicle.
All right.
Is it gonna be like
Thank
one of
you
those
for
bikes
that.
that's got like a shell around
Guys!
it?
B?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't think
B.
Basil's in this forest.
But we haven't even searched the whole forest yet. We can't stop now.
Cheer up, Aubrey. We'll keep searching until we find him. If we don't find Basil soon, maybe we should meet up with Mari at the playground and figure out what to do from there.
Meet up with Mario at the playground.
Anyway, I want to state this that because like the thing is with the whenever somebody mentions a bear cat, the first thing I always think of is that joke on The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is escaping from the FBI, and there's like a police report that goes out to Chief Wiggum, and it's like, be on the lookout for a 1936 maroon Stutz Bearcat, and it drives right by, and he's just like, it was really more of a burgundy.
Spin! Oh, you don't spin. Oh. Vanish.
I don't see anything spinning.
Well, there was a shadowy dude who spun
was-
and then disappeared. You're gonna be seeing that shadowy guy every now and again, not super often.
I love shadowy
Yeah,
guys.
he's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
What
friend.
do you like about them?
They're guys.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of little guys.
The other
Yeah.
shadowy guy, the one that we saw in
That's
Basil's
why-
house
that's why-
briefly, that one we're gonna see a lot.
That's why Japanese like folklore is really cool because it's just like a bunch of old guys, right? Just running around.
I feel ya.
Who stole my fucking grain from my bucket of harvested grain?
Who stole my little guy?
This small gremlin guy who has a coin for a
tentacle's
face.
poking out of the
He,
ground.
it was me. I stole your grain.
He
Fucking
but
stole your
yokai,
grandma.
you
He's just a
stupid
little
bitch.
guy.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm the Wise Rock.
Me too.
I give solid
Wise
advice in exchange for clams. As a reminder, that's currency. What kind of advice would you like me to give?
Bad advice.
Understood. Here is your advice. Follow your heart, but remember to take your brain with you.
It's good
I hope
advice.
this helps.
That fucking sucked.
I mean, it was good advice. Okay, now we're gonna ask for okay advice.
Oh, my clams back.
Understood. Here is your advice. Your problems will catch up to you eventually.
Ooh. Well, that was some good advice.
That's almost better advice than good
And
advice.
here's the bad
Good
advice.
That was some...
Here's your advice. When life gives you lemons, start a lemonade stand in front of a train station and give away complimentary train passes with each purchase of lemonade.
I mean, you could just charge a ton for the lemonade,
That was pretty good advice.
and then it won't cost you anything to give away the complimentary train passes.
Yeah. Also, so like those tentacles poking out of the ground. I'm gonna bring this up now, but I'm not gonna like go into detail on it just yet. You don't actually find out what those tentacles are unless you put yourself on track to the bad ending.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's part of what you mean by some
Yeah.
explanatory content
There
is
are,
only
like,
available in the bad ending.
There are like two whole areas in this game that are locked behind the bad ending.
So weird.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
pretty spooky.
Anyway, next time on Smash Team Games, we go to the train station apparently.
Woo woo.
Real.